Okay, so welcome. And so first of all, congratulations that actually your short has been chosen for our um, international uh, international competition. And so, um, okay, let's start with some questions. So, how the idea of the film and the idea of the themes of the film of your short of Wiedersehen was born?
Okay, well, first of all, thank you. And okay, so how was the idea born? It's a funny story actually, because we started this project in June 2020.
Okay.
Because and when I say we, I mean the 8 core team members
Mm-hmm.
who did this short film in order to get their bachelor's degree, because it is our final project in our bachelor's degree.
Okay.
Our university was like, okay, you have to do a cinematic project, and we, these 8 people, kind of I was founded together a team, and we were like,
Okay.
okay, we want to do a short film, and we are relatively open to the theme. We don't really know yet what we want to do the film about, but let's just make a casting call for scripts and
Mm-hmm.
send out on Facebook on everything that we need a script. And what we had a few criterias, because we were like, okay, it's COVID times. We don't want many actors. We want one location. It has to be easy, because with COVID and everything, we will have so many problems. We don't want to have like a complicated script with many
Mm-hmm.
locations and many actors to coordinate. And then it went over, like we sent it on Facebook, and over the summertime, we got many scripts coming in, and sometimes during the summer we looked at them, everybody had a look, and everybody had, could pick his favorite, and that was Wiedersehen. And it was actually funny because we put the scripts together anonymously, so nobody knew who had written the script. And then when we chose Wiedersehen, it turned out that it was actually written by one of our team members, who, Tanya Plona, who wrote it. But we didn't know when we picked. It was great because we were already working together with her, so we had our author always on set, which was really good. But we didn't know that. And I know, I have not to speak for her because it was her idea, and I can only say so much that she wanted to create a script which was not, I don't want to say the typical student film, but it should not be experimental. It should be really realistic, and
Mm-hmm.
because that was something that fascinated her, and so that's why she came up with this historical theme of the war and your loyalty in that kind of sense. So that was how the idea was born.
Okay, okay, nice. And so talking about your career, like if you want to talk to us about your career and like a curiosity, if there is any like specific director that influences you somehow?
Okay. Well, my career consists of Wiedersehen.
Mm-hmm.
Wiedersehen was my first thing that I ever directed. And I was just really lucky with it, with the material, with the team and everything. It was great. And so far it has been the only thing that I directed. So I don't know if you can say it's a career.
Okay.
Because I tried out directing. Now at the moment I'm focusing more on assistant directing. It's kind of what I like more at the moment, but we'll see. If there's a special director, yes, there actually is. There's one specific film I really like, which is The Ground Beneath My Feet. It's directed by the Austrian director Marie Kreutzer. Yeah, Marie Kreutzer, I think. And I saw that film last summer, so 1 year after we did Wiedersehen. And I was just blown away by the way she told the story, by the pacing, by the music, the editing, like the whole thing. I was like, oh damn, I wish I could make movies like that. I was like, whew, that's what I aspire to make, to be, whatever.
Okay. And so one last question. So we are like right now, currently in 2022, we are living in a super particular period. There are like a lot of stuff going on, wars, pandemic, and everything. Do you think that like the cinema and also the festivals have like, do you think that they have a kind of role into all of this period?
Hmm. Mhm. Wait, I have to think a moment.
Yeah, take your time.
I mean, yeah, because they kind of decide what is broadcasted, what is shown, and so people are always influenced by what they see.
Mhm.
Might that be in the cinema? Might that be on TV? Might that be on the laptop? And I just think everyone who gets to decide what films are seen on our screens, they have an influence.
Mhm.
And so yeah, in a kind of way, yes. I don't know if I understood the question correctly.
Okay. So basically, my question was like, um, like if the cinema and all of the sector of the cinema, if there is like any, if there could be any kind of connection with the moment that we are living and like how the cinema can, let's say, not improve the world where we are living, but like, yeah, if, like in your opinion, which one could be the role of the cinema into all of
Mhm.
this?
Okay. Hmm. Weirdly, when I think of COVID in combination with films and cinema, I think that cinema can help us accept kind of the world we live in. Because on the one side, cinema is all about, illusion and creating stuff that is not there. I mean, that's a fact. But I think, now the first films that portray COVID as something normal, it's just normal that people in films wear masks and stuff. They are coming out now.
Mm-hmm.
And so it took kind of 2 years, and now COVID is in the cinema. So it's kind of a new normality. It's normal now to wear a mask, and we didn't have that for 2 years. There was something like really crazy, and we didn't know what to do. And I was like, oh, do I have to wear my mask or not? And now it's starting to become part of like everyday life because cinema is already portraying it. We see it on TV. It's just become normal, and maybe that's something cinema can do. It can help you accept certain things in reality if it shows them, and if you see like, oh, people in the movies do that as well, okay, well then it can't be that bad, something like
Mm-hmm.
that,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I remember when COVID first started and when it became obvious that it wasn't going to go away in 3 months, then I was starting to think and discussing with my friends, okay, when do you think people in cinema, like people in the movies, will start to wear masks? Like, when will they portray it?
Mm-hmm.
Because at first you don't want to think about it, and the first films that came out, they were all like, what is COVID? And they kind of all didn't. They started in they ended in 2020, and then COVID never came. But now the first films are kind of starting to accept it, and it feels now normal in a way.
Mm-hmm. And like
Maybe.
the festivals, like the cinema festivals, like the one that we have, or others in general, yeah, do you think they are kind of of course, I think they are influenced by what is going on, but like even talking about what is going on right now, for example, in Ukraine, like festivals, in your opinion, what's the role of them?
I think for
Festivals like
festivals,
with festivals, I mean also like having together like shorts or film coming from all around the world. So there's kind of perception of the world from
Mhm.
every part of the world. And
Yeah.
for example, your film your short is, even if you made it in 2020, 2021, is actually dramatically actual, like right now, is going on right now.
Yeah, sadly.
And so, yeah, like,
yeah, I think that's what festivals can do. They can really put a spotlight on certain topics that need to be discussed or should be in people's minds, because they have the power to do that. That's so great about festivals. They give film the opportunity to be seen, because you can never do that. I mean, our film is a student short film. Let's be honest, if we didn't have festivals, I mean, of course we'd upload it to YouTube. It is on YouTube, but we can, you can always create so much social media presence, but you can never have the reach and never have the spotlight that a festival puts onto you. And so that's what festivals can do. They can decide and choose what topics need to be seen, what films need to be seen, what topics need to be discussed, because I mean, that's also what festivals do. They bring filmmakers together, they bring people together and make them talk about certain topics, and they have the power to decide what topics there are. And I think that's their main role.